Oh my God, tractors are lifting rings, and we're here talking about SummerSlam. I'm Steve Fall, and she's Stephanie Hive. Stephanie, what did you think of this SummerSlam?
Fucking loved it. I absolutely
Yes.
loved it. I can't. I was pleasantly surprised. Let's just say that I complained about not having enough women's non-title matches compared to all the other non-title matches, and there were a bunch of other random matches. But you know what? Throughout, overall, it fully delivered. So no complaints for me.
I know. Usually we talk about the good, the bad, the what the heck moments. And of course, at the end of the show, we hand out the most valuable entertainer. It's very hard because I feel like SummerSlam delivered across the board. And really, I just want to talk about it because in my opinion, everything lands in the good category this time around.
I
What
agree. There was nothing I didn't enjoy.
right? What do you put in the bad? Finn Balor didn't we didn't get a close up of his crotch. That's
Some people would put that in the bad, Steve.
that's true. I got. But honestly, I think we could even start from the main event. Obviously, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, the last man standing match. It ends their storyline. It's over
Yes.
until one of them wins Royal Rumble and then
They said it's the
challenges.
last one ever, Steve. We're done.
I don't remember a little match called The Rock for Sean Cena when they called it once in a lifetime, lifetime, and the year
Uh,
later there was a rematch. So I don't believe anything anymore. I don't believe
Twice in the
twice in a lifetime.
lifetime.
I was there for twice in a lifetime. I wasn't there for once in a lifetime. A little sad. But the fact that we have a tractor brought to the ring, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be used for something.
Right.
But then I'm just assuming that the spot where they put Roman in and he dropped him into the ring and it kind of
I
swap.
thought that was it.
It didn't
I
look
thought that
pretty.
was it.
I was like, oh, all right, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. They'll edit it tomorrow night, 2 nights from now, right, and it'll look great.
Yes.
Lifted the goddamn ring with the tractor.
I
Roman rolls
was
out.
not expecting that
No,
at all. Like I was sitting there going, what's he when he moved the ring back, I was like, wow, like okay, like that's what he's doing. And he went back. I'm like, where's he going back for? And he lifted up and I was like, and Roman's just rolling out of the ring. Oh, that was just I never seen anything like that before. And
I know.
Tractor Brock is my favorite thing.
Do you think
I just can't handle
him hitting the ring a couple times was him trying to get underneath it and he just wasn't low enough?
it. Possibly. I don't know. At first I'm like, oh, maybe he's just trying to rattle him in the ring, but
Yeah.
I think he was trying to get under it, I guess.
Uh,
I don't know. Either way, I loved it. It
yes.
was something I hadn't seen before, which is rare nowadays in pro wrestling. So I
I
was
know.
pleasantly surprised. That was awesome.
I did put forth the tweet that it's like every now this match happened at SummerSlam. Next year they're gonna be like, how do we top that tractor spot?
Get the
God,
semi.
God damn it, that was so good. People loved it. The gifts, the kids and their gifts and their memes. Yeah, the memes. Triple H, stop spitting water on us. But I thought that was a great match. Brock Lesnar even F5ing Paul Heyman to the table. I think it was finally
I
due.
loved it.
Even the Usos getting involved. That was fun. I thought,
Just watching this, the visual, because they kept saying it on commentary. They said it a couple times, but just the visual of all the bodies that were just laying around. I thought for sure they were going to do more in theory. Like they just kind of just stopped his ass in his tracks and just kept moving. I thought he was going to get back up and try and do something, but they kept it simple. They were like, yeah, this ain't happening. And just stopped his ass and moved on. I'm like, I feel like if it was Vince, there would have been a lot more theory in that situation. So I feel like
interesting you say that.
I
That's
think so.
that's very interesting. And this kind of was the first pay-per-view underneath the new regime, I guess. Obviously, there were storylines being booked ahead of time with Vince still in
Yeah.
charge, but here we are now, and the execution of some of these things were like,
Like I never thought theory was necessarily going to be successful, but I thought there would have been a lot more theory going on in that than there was. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that might have changed with Vince being gone. He came out, gave us kind of the oh he's gonna do it and stop that shit on site. So
I think the
we'll
build.
see. He hasn't cashed in yet.
I think the build obviously was to think that's going to happen, but now every
Yes.
month the video package is going to be like Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. This great place where Drew grew up, but what about theory? Like that's gonna be. That's why I like the Money in the Bank, but I hate Money in the Bank because every match turns into I'm thinking
What was
not.
bad?
I'm not thinking who wins. I'm thinking how do they escape from the cash in, and that's what it becomes a little bit. Though one thing actually I could put in the bad category was I was shocked that the entrance ramp was so dumbed
Yeah.
down. Just two video monitors playing people's
It's not
video.
even that. What was with the Titatron? Like it was. First of all, the stands like
It was
covered
like
half of it.
it was
It was
like
like this,
this, yeah.
and I was like,
And then
I'm
black
trying to look,
tarping, then
trying to look
black
over.
then black tarping around the edge. I was like, this
It was
is like
just
going to a
really
house show.
weird. It was a really bad entrance way. Like I get that they're trying to do the stadium thing, and that's fine. It holds a lot of people, but they're gonna have to find something else to do with the visuals because that Titantron was quite disappointing
I
for
suggest
SummerSlam.
I
It's
suggested a
SummerSlam.
giant hat, and you came off the front of it.
Oh, I think of like I think it's in Orlando with like the big Universal ball and the roller coaster in the background. Like
The pirate
it's
ship.
supposed, it's supposed to be big. It's supposed to be
Yep.
a big thing, and it's just while it's a big stadium, the visuals just weren't there as far as SummerSlam goes. So either way,
Yeah. And
yeah, I would put that in bad.
I
I
guess I
agree.
put that in the bad. Um, Before we talk about more bad, because there's definitely more bad, I guess, now that I think about it. The fact that we got to see, first off, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch kick off the night in an incredible match. In the
Yeah.
best, I think the best spot possible for these types of matches, because how are you going to top this match? Well, you're not going to. So wherever you put it really hurts whatever after it. And
Steve,
this
when
is
I
perfect.
tell you I did not get over the opener until like 2, 3 matches later, I was like I don't even think I paid attention. And no disrespect to the people who were in the match, I did not pay attention to Logan Paul and Miz
Me
at
either.
all.
No.
And I don't know if it was good or not. I honestly couldn't even tell you because I was tweeting about what happened in
Right.
the opener, not just the match, but what happened after the opener.
Mm-hmm.
Because holy shit, if
I
you
know.
are a women's wrestling fan, holy shit, like ah, I actually posted my reaction to Bailey returning. I was filming like in general because my family we were just having fun, and I happened to be filming when her music hit because the baby was like going crazy when Bianca won, and so I was filming him, and then all of a sudden the music hit, and I was like, "What?" And I turned the camera around on me, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "No fucking way!" No, because she responded to my tweet earlier. Well, not to me directly, but in my tweet thread earlier about like how you need to respect the injured and have you ever come back at the top of the company, like I'm like here she goes again. I really in
Interesting.
my tweet was I'm going to lose my shit if Bailey's music hits. That was the tweet she was in, so I'm like I literally did lose my shit, just so everybody knows.
It was
Lost
nice.
it.
Bianca and Becky Lynch obviously put on a great match, but I think what people are going to go home talking about is the return of Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai all together as one unit. And I
And
swear, Corey
Becky
Graves
teaming
with
or
Bianca,
on Bianca's
babyface.
side.
Yeah, I swear
Face
though,
Becky is back, bitch.
Did you hear Corey Graves call Io Shirai Io Sky?
I did hear that, and I'm like, did they change her
I know. I was
name?
wondering. I was like, no, Vince.
Because they
But
called her the something of the sky. The what's her nickname? The
I
I can't
forget
remember
now.
her nickname right now, and I apologize.
But
But
that was a great moment seeing all the women. Now you have a huge storyline going into Raw. We have
Raw's women's
Bailey,
division is
Io
in
Shirai,
fucking insane.
Dakota Kai. Like the fact that Dakota Kai got laid off and then brought back, and I loved everyone's Triple H tweets being like,
I mean,
he's gonna get everyone he lost that's available.
oh, absolutely. Even possibly ones that aren't like in the sense of either they might request release and or just he might have their ear until their contract's up. But either way, like or the people that might want to go back are
Mm.
watching, right? They're now watching a little bit more with curiosity. Like
But Tony Khan,
maybe I do want to go back with my contract up.
let me tell you, Tony Khan was asked about that question, and he was like, "You think it's going to be an overnight?" He was pissed because he was like, "You think it's going to just change
I
overnight?"
saw.
I
I
got
saw.
Adam Cole for 5 years. I got Malachi Black for 5 years. He's like, they're not going anywhere. And it's like, oh
But
shit,
Adam Cole signed until 2027, and I'm like, are
yeah.
you really just letting everyone's business out right now? Because
Well, because he's
it's
pissed.
not going to be that easy.
He's
And I'm over here like, all right, bro. Like it. Look,
Hey,
I
it's
don't care if it's
on.
pissing or not.
It's on, and it makes it better for all of us to watch
It's
the craziness
on.
between both companies.
But
But
back to the match. Let's talk about the match really quick.
yeah,
Becky and Bianca put on probably the best ending match to a story you possibly could tell, right? Their Mania match was considered one of the match of the year or a contender for match of the year. So it's like,
yeah.
how do you top that? And so people obviously were going both ways with this. Is it going to be a squash so we can just say Bianca beat her in less than 26 seconds? Or are they going to actually have a match and tell a true ending to a story? And that's exactly what this match gave us. There were some amazing counters in this match,
Mm.
which just proved they both have learned about each other throughout the years. They just are throughout the year, excuse me. They just have incredible chemistry and respect for one another. And at the end of that match, um, I was actually wondering if she was going to shake her hand. And so when they did, I just teared up. And you saw Becky must have said something to Bianca because Bianca started crying. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, it's incredible to see the passion that these women have for this, right? And that they just want it to be the best thing on TV, the
Mm.
best matches on TV, on pay-per-views, whatever it is. And these two brought that out and it just got people talking. And I respect the hell out of these two women. And Rebecca is just fucking amazing, man. And I'm getting all emotional. Anyway, it was just an incredible fucking match, and I got to talk to her already, and it's just great. It's just great.
It was a good time. I agree. I agree with you with two matches that happened back to back. I had no interest in. I ended up going up. I ended up walking away from the TV because I had to take care of my. I have children. I have a real life too. And these are matches I didn't even really care to see. Logan Paul versus Miz. Logan Paul won. No surprise there. They're gonna have a crowd.
Yeah.
They take the pictures, entertainment, no problem.
Yep.
I was surprised Theory lost to Lashley, but at the same time, I don't want Lashley to lose.
I didn't
So
either. Yeah.
it'd be like, I get Theory. You're building him up and building up and building him up, but don't crush what you built with other people for one other person. And I'm just happy Bobby got his win.
Yes, I think a lot of people were worried because Theory is getting this monster push.
Right.
And they just had a match at Money in the Bank. So it's like, are they really gonna have Theory lose twice to Bobby? But they did, and he won clean. And I'm so happy for that because Bobby has actually been a great babyface by himself. He's always had like a voice or someone next to him. This is just him on his own, and he's pretty over. People that pop for him was pretty big. So I'm happy for him.
I want a babyface hurt business. I want MVP to be like, listen, I made a mistake. Oh my! I don't know what I was thinking. I
Look,
was drunk when I texted him. I was
when Vince
drunk.
walked out, we haven't seen Omos since.
Moving on. The Mysterios took on Judgment Day, and we all knew what was going to happen here. We got a brood Edge, a mixture of things. It's just Edge on crack, really. And
I liked his haircut.
yeah, nice
He
haircut,
looked good.
nice haircut. But I was in my brain, in my heart, I was hoping he'd show up, and he'd be like, "Listen, Judgment Day, I respect you for turning on me. That was what I wanted you to do." And I'm like, "Oh,
That's
wait a
gonna be
minute."
the promo tomorrow.
I, I,
If
I,
you
I wish he came back and was like, "I'm so proud of you for turning on me." And then they're all like, "Oh, we passed like you passed the test. You passed the test." And I'm like,
like he played them all along.
I just wanted him to like somehow get back in his group. I wanted Triple H somehow to backpedal us into Judgment Day again. And Finn Balor can be in trunks, so we can just pretend that never happened and all
Look,
that. But we didn't get that. Edge returned, and I like Edge. I love Edge. He's one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. But this is not my Edge.
you want Metalingus Edge.
I don't know what Edge I wanted. I loved the evolution of Judgment Day. Edge absolutely loved it. I was like, this is the next step for him. I was like, he can be in a heel faction. He can have his lackeys get beat up for him. He can win championships. The lackeys now level up because they're hanging out with Edge every single Monday. And then because Cody Rhodes got hurt, it felt like. And now we're back to Edge being like, hanging out with Rey Mysterio, another old wrestler. It's like, no, it was all perfect to level up other wrestlers. Even Finn
I
Balor,
know.
who is a former Universal Champion, but let's be honest with ourselves. We all love
Dominic's
Finn
there.
Balor. We all love Finn
Dominic.
Balor, but they don't do
Correct.
anything with Finn Balor. And that's fine. Everyone can be in the main event, but
So
I
we
like
talked
Edge.
about bad, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about just real quick the Edge stairway to heaven. It just wasn't doing it for me. I'm like, it's just a staircase in the middle of this random Titatron in the middle of a stadium. I couldn't do it. I'm like, I would have him just walked out with a whole bunch of fire just surrounding him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did we need the stairway to heaven?
That's what I'm saying. This is overproduced Edge. And again, I'm never gonna say I don't like Edge. Top 5
I
favorite
like
of all
Edge. I
time.
love Edge.
Top 5 favorite of all time. It's like a tattoo on my hand.
I love Edge, but the stairway to heaven, I didn't need. It's
No.
just sitting there in the middle of a gigantic, wide ramp. Like it wasn't doing it. I just, if you can't accommodate it and hide it somehow, whether it's turning lights out or whatever, it's a stadium, so there's light.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was on my bad list.
I was happy.
Stairway to Heaven.
I was happy Judgment Day did well here, but I was not happy with Edge getting kicked out of the group. I think we did a podcast that night where I went off for like a 10-minute anger tangent. And like I was like, I never get angry at wrestling. I never get angry at wrestling. But this is pissing me off. Just like this. Seth Rollins, okay?
I love that shirt. I keep telling you that every time you post it. I know it's part of the little club thing.
Yeah, you missed it. You can't get it now. I got another Cody Rhodes shirt. Yeah, no, it's upstairs. Yesterday, I bought a SummerSlam shirt. I have a problem, Stephanie. Can you help me? But this segment was just confusing as hell. I
don't understand.
We booked the internet booked themselves into a fantasy booking scenario where they're like, well, Riddle, they're saying online Riddle's cleared, but he's not going to wrestle. Okay, so then Seth Rollins is going to show up. He's like, I demand a match. And then here comes somebody, and then we're going to get a banger. We got
I don't get
none
it.
of that.
I don't get exactly what happened. Riddle's not hurt. Maybe they just didn't want the match on SummerSlam, but it's like,
or save
Seth Rollins.
Maybe they're trying to save it for Clash of the Castle.
They are saving it for Clash of the Castle.
Because that's a big arena. It's a big
Seth
stadium.
Rollins. They could have brought up someone from NXT to just give the man like 7-8 minutes. Carmelo Hayes. Bring him up for SummerSlam to introduce everybody and give him a good 8-minute banger with Seth Rollins. Like, they could have done anything. Instead they did this weird thing, and the way Seth was running out, like he was in pain, like it was just weird. People chasing him with his orange pants. Roman's entrance was legit longer than the time that Seth Rollins was out there.
Well, he's the champion. Double champion, that is. You know, one match that this was kind of on my bad a little bit. It wasn't a bad match. It was maybe where it was placed, or I didn't care for bum ass Corbin versus Pat McAfee.
It was okay. I was more excited for it. I was actually looking forward to it, but
I like the choir though. The singing
choir was cool.
Bum ass Corbin. And then I made a video about this, but it's so funny. It's like even Triple H is like saving money. It's like, okay, so you came out to the white stripes at WrestleMania, and Pat McAfee's like, yeah, of course. So this time around, we're not gonna pay for that. That costs a lot of money.
We're just getting the boys choir from Nashville.
Yeah, we're gonna get these boys come in. We're gonna spend a lot of money on these guys, but we're gonna get you a song, and it's gonna sound like the White Stripes, but it's not the White Stripes. Shh, don't tell anybody. We're doing like a different. You know, my song is dun 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 dun, but theirs is dun 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 dun. See, there's a difference. It's like Jack White is already on the phone with his lawyers.
Oh, for sure.
He's like, you pieces of shit.
I enjoy Pat McAfee, right? So I guess it is what it is. This is about the time I finally started paying attention again, because again, I was still buzzing from that whole first opening segment with the match and the returns and all that. Yeah. And so this is the first time I really started paying attention again. And because I was looking forward to this match. I love Corbin and I love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee still impresses me. This man was a punter turned podcaster, show
Oh
guy
yeah.
turned commentator. Like he's not a wrestler, but he's still like comes and shows out and does his little flips here and there, and he just has fun, and he's just really good with the audience. And I just
Oh,
really enjoy just watching him. Like he's just a charismatic person,
I like
and
him, but
I love when Michael Cole looked like he was about to like
that's my
jack
favorite.
Corbin up. Corbin came out. Michael Cole was like, he checked him. He's like,
Yeah, but
no,
then when Corey
no.
shoved him, he's like, "What the hell? What the hell, bro? You were giving him shit earlier, okay? If
Correct.
you wise off, you might get pushed or slapped
Correct.
by somebody. You never know.
You never know.
But yeah,
Someone actually has the theory that we'll get Corey Graves versus Pat McAfee in the future because
wow.
there was that rumor about Corey being cleared. Never know.
I would accept Clash of the Castle. Corey Graves is Pat McAfee.
Commentary versus commentary. Let's
I
do
would
it.
I would appreciate that. I like it a lot. Yeah, okay match, but I think it's I don't know where it was when
It was all
it
right.
landed during like after Edge, so you're like, oh, you're all hopped up on Edge and
It was all
fire,
right.
and
Yeah.
then how dare you? It's a Hall of Famer,
No,
10-time Hall
no,
of Famer.
no, no. I said it was the Pat McAfee and Corbin match was okay.
Oh, okay. Tag team
Not
titles is
not
pretty good
Edge.
though. Street Profits were
If you come after any return, there's going to be an issue. Like that's just a bad spot to be in.
yeah. Like Jeff Jarrett, he was here with his authority. Street Profits versus the Usos. Usos win. Jeff Jarrett referee though, a little disappointed. No horse. I wanted a striped horse, and I wanted him just to.
It was
I wanted
Nashville.
him
Where was
to
the
just.
cowboy hat?
I don't
Did he have
know.
the guitar?
No, he had nothing.
I didn't
Don't.
see the
He had.
guitar.
It was just Jeff Jarrett in a referee outfit, and you can buy that. You
Boo.
can buy that action figure probably next year on WWE.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeff Jarrett being here was a nice pop for Nashville, but the tag team match was really good. But the
It
ending was
was.
odd. This is where the two matches came back to back, where I was like, good, good.
I really wanted the Street Profits to win. Like
Me too.
I get it, the bloodline, I get it, but I just really wanted it for the Street Profits. They're so good, they're so charismatic, and don't get me wrong, the Usos are amazing. I love them, but I just wanted something shocking, like that way people would start doubting, right? Like if it to me, if the Usos had lost, then you start going, oh shit, is Roman gonna lose? Right? Like you start doubting things a bit. So whatever, either way.
Yeah, either way. But the match also next after this, well, not the match. I guess it was a fight between two tongues. Kid Rock was shown in front row, and he
What
just
was
decided to
that?
make out with the woman next to him, which I'm not sure
Did
who
he
that
know her?
was. And then it seemed like he gave the camera two middle fingers because they
And it blacked
went to
out.
blacked out, and I'm like, it's so funny because like there's Hall of Famer Kid Rock, and then
Black screen.
suddenly middle finger is black. I'm like that was the
Okay, so
weirdest
at first
15
I'm like,
seconds.
did her titty pop out or something? Like I didn't know what happened. I was
Oh,
like, why did the screen go black? And then someone else said, I think he gave the middle finger. I'm like, oh,
I saw his.
okay.
It was like you saw his hands coming up slowly. Oh, I think he's gonna give the middle finger. He's
No, he's
backing
not.
up. He's backing his
No,
hands
he's
up. He's
not.
about to release them. Oh wait, no, it's double thumbs up. Oh, oh, and then he popped out.
And
Um,
the titty popped
he
out.
popped out. You know, but after that though, after that monumental moment, we did get Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey.
This was
I'm
interesting.
interested to hear your take. What did you
Okay.
think of the ending, and did it make Liv Morgan look like a proper champion?
It didn't make her look as strong as I wanted it to make her look.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's tapping on the 2 count from the ref. The while he's because Ronda's shoulders are on the mat.
Yeah.
I don't know because now it's like everyone's gonna question if she's supposed to be champion, and I would have much preferred what we predicted or what I think I predicted. I don't know if you did or not. With Charlotte coming out and just flattening everybody. I would have preferred that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Obviously, this was done to do the heel turn on Ronda. Her fucking eye makeup. I'm sorry. Just one moment. Hi. My name's
I
Stephanie Hypes. Whoever does her eye makeup, Ronda Rousey's eye makeup, I need you to listen to me. Stop. Just stop. I don't know what is going on here, but it's distracting. I can't look at her. I can't take her seriously. And this is Ronda Rousey. You got to take her seriously. But then she walks out and she looks like Black Swan, and I can't do it.
You don't like the Black Swan look?
Stop it. Steve.
What?
I can't do it. Stop it.
Well, the question
Anyway,
was, did the ending make Liv Morgan look strong?
No.
Don't be one of those people when I ask them a question, they try to
no
flip me in the circle. I'm like, you didn't ask my
I know.
question.
I just had to cut the promo on the eye.
That's fine.
I fucking couldn't. No, I don't think it made her look strong enough. I would like something more definitive. Clearly, this is continuing. It would be my assumption, but this was done for the heel turn.
Again,
I
think Clash of the Castle is obviously getting a few rematches from this card. One of them, 100% Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey, where I hope Ronda gets pinned, not like counted out or disqualified. A flat off clean pin, because this screams like Hulk Hogan to me, where it's like, I'll lose, but I'm gonna lose in the weirdest way ever. The other person looks worse than they did when they came in.
Yeah,
but I will lose, and you're like,
that's the thing. She's already pinned her before. Like, it was Money in the Bank. It was surprise, shock, whatever.
That's why it's okay. That's why it's okay, though.
It's just. It was just weird.
I understand. I understand
like
Ronda,
this Ronda thing and the weird pin thing, because it happened with Becky at WrestleMania, and Ronda's shoulders weren't all the way down. Like, Ronda always has these things with weird pins, and I'm just like, can you just lay flat on her back, please?
No,
like,
I understand though. I defend her and protecting her brand. I joke about it, but you know why Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Ric Flair stay on top for all those years? Because guess what?
No.
You got to push down.
They did the job.
Who?
They would do the job. I'm not saying Bret Hart. We know about that, but for the most part, a lot of the time, they did the job.
It depends what you
get that it's Ronda Rousey, but I just
right. Because it's not a normal situation. She's not a wrestler who doesn't want to lose. She was a UFC fighter who had a huge run there, and I think she probably still wants to be treated the way she was treated in UFC. So she asked for special treatment, and they gave it to her. She's protecting her brand, so I respect her for doing that. Do I agree with it? Make Liv Morgan look good? Not for Liv Morgan, but for Ronda Rousey, it makes her look good. Right. Unfortunately.
All right.
The business side of the business. But let's give SummerSlam a thumbs up, a thumbs down, and a thumbs in the middle, because I think it was a good show.
Yeah.
There were some weird points here and there with endings. Nothing wrong with the matches, though. So I think it'll be easy to pull this one off.
Are you happy with Roman retaining?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As long as he loses to Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle.
And does Drew win both belts? That's the question we don't know.
Yes. Yes. And then they can do they can lie and say Raw and SmackDown are having a fall premiere in September and be like, we're going to split them up and there'll be a tournament. And then you get to watch the match at Survivor Series in Boston, which I'll be at.
Oh.
I'm just guessing, I hope.
Good. All right.
But there you go, folks. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. There we go.
Oh, do you have a most valued entertainer?
Yeah, the Tractor.
Tractor is fucking amazing.
Deserves it. Right? So.
I think we have to agree. I agree.
There were good matches, but the Tractor stole the show. And we'll talk about that Tractor forever. It doesn't matter how good a match was tonight. That moment is going to be the moment you see all day
on the
long.
SummerSlam recaps, replays for years.
It's hard to show a 35-minute great match. It's how easy it is to show someone getting a ring lifted by a tractor. Boom, 5 seconds. Easy peasy. There you go, folks. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. I'm going thumbs up. She's going thumbs up, folks. Double thumbs up for SummerSlam. It was a great show. I had a great time. But technically, it's the next day when I'm recording this. So it's time to go to sleep and hug my pillow and make out with it. Just like Kid Rock did with that woman next to him in front row. But I will not do a double birds. I'll do a double
no titty
thumbs up. Folks, we got to go. I'm losing it. Have a good one. I'm C. Fall. She's Stephanie Hives. Goodbye.